Alright, this is actually going to be my weekly makeup basket. If you've never seen a weekly makeup basket before, all I've done is I've went through my makeup, I've picked out some stuff that I want to wear for this coming week, and I'm going to go through and show it to you how I would apply it to my face. And it really does help me save time in the mornings when I need to get ready quick, everything's ready to go, but it also allows me to really focus on certain items that are in projects like a Project 10 Pan or a seasonal challenge like Finish 4 by the 4th of July. So starting off, I have a foundation primer. I don't typically wear one on an everyday basis, but when I do, this is the one that I reach for. This is the Laura Mercier foundation primer, but this one is the Radiance version. It just gives a kind of like a luminous glow on your skin, and I have dry skin, so I don't get that nice natural glowy skin naturally. I have to fake it, and this is a really lovely product to just really give that luminous look. So I'm going to be putting this one down first, and then I have two concealers that I'm going to be applying before my foundation, and you'll see why in a second. But I have the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is in NW15. This is pretty light. I really like to put this underneath my eye, right at the inner corner, right in here, and it just, you know, brightens up the under eye a little bit. I didn't put this on today, and I probably should have. I also have the Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer. This is I think this is in, yeah, this is in the Radiant version of this. They also have some that match your skin tone. This is meant to brighten a little bit, but I use this one underneath my eyes, kind of any areas that I have redness on the face. I put this down first, and then my foundation that I'm going to be wearing this week is the Bare Minerals Fairly Light. This is the original powder foundation, and it's a pretty good match, especially if I'm tanning. The top has a little sifter right here, and you just dump a little bit into the cap, and then you swirl your brush in there, and you just buff it around on your face. So that's why I was putting the concealer down before I put my foundation on. And I also threw this in here. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to wear this week, but I wanted to try it out. This is the Guerlain Lingerie de Peau Invisible Skin Fusion Foundation. This is in 02 Beige Clair, so I don't know if this is even going to match my skin tone. It's just a little sample, so I wanted to see if I could try this out one day this week. For my bronzer, I pulled out the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, and that is what it looks like there. I really like this bronzer. I was using the NARS one for the longest time, NARS Laguna, and I love that one too, but I started using this one again, and I really forgot how much I loved it. There is a kind of a light swatch right there. I'll just put this at where I would put a contour, and then I'll just go around the perimeter of my face really lightly. I feel like the shimmer, like the micro shimmer that's in this product, really helps to blend it, so I don't think it looks unnatural on the skin at all. So it's a really nice product. For my blushes this week, I have the NYX Angel Blush and the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Star Wonder. So I use two blushes. I'll put a lighter one at the front part of my cheeks and a darker one towards the back. Let me give you a couple swatches of these. The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, that one's gonna go towards the back of my cheeks, and the NYX one's gonna be in the front. So there is NYX Angel Blush right there, and this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Star Wonder. So I think they blend really well together. They do, both of them have a sheen, so they blend pretty seamlessly together. For my highlight, since this Mineralized Skin Finish has a bit of gold veining in it, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that in there, but I wanted something a little bit more yellowy gold for my highlighter, and this is my only one that has that kind of look to it. This is the NARS highlighter in Albatross. That is it right there. It's really beautiful. It looks white in the pan, but when you swatch it, it's definitely like a yellow gold sort of a look. Hopefully you'll be able to see this on the back of my hand, but here it is in the container, and there it is right where my middle finger is right there. I think it just blends really nice over the top of Star Wonder. For my eye products, I have my one base. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Pure Nude. It's sort of a highlighter shade. It's like a creamy beige shade. So there is Pure Nude right there. It definitely has a pretty high shine to it. And I found that I have to put a layer down and then I let that dry a little bit and then I'll put a second layer down to get it to be that opaque on the lids. For my eyeshadows, I have the Lorac Pro palette since I'm trying to pan that this year, but I also wanted to pull in something with some lighter shades, and this is probably my hands down favorite drugstore kind of trio mini palette, I guess I would say. This is the Physicians Formula Baked Collection Wet and Dry Eyeshadows, and this one is in the color Baked Berries. I love this thing. It is fantastic. That is it right there. You can really see that I have worn that lighter shade down quite a bit, and this lightest shade here has a pink shift to it. It's a really lovely trio and they look beautiful on the eyes. Swatched on my fingers. You're probably going to pick up the shift a little bit better on my fingers, but let me do a couple swatches of these, see if they turn out at all. Not sure that worked too well, but right here, this is the lightest shade right there. It does have a pink shift. It's not pulling very well on camera. This is the middle shade that reminds me of Satin Taupe right there. And then that one is the darkest shade in the trio. I really love these colors. They look a lot better on the lid of the eye than they do swatched on the back of my hand. But anyway, for some eyeliners, I have two of them here. So this first one, this is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Liner in Nude. I pop this right in the waterline I have it in today, and it just really makes you look a little bit more awake. Makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, I think. So there's that one. I also wanted to play with a little bit of color this week, and I pulled out the Butter London Wink Eye Pencil in Cheerio. This is a really bright yellow liner, and it works really well at the inner corner of the eye. It does have some really fine micro glitters in it, but you can't really see them in the swatch and they don't really translate onto the eye, but that is the yellow right there. I love this color. I pulled out another bright color for my waterline. This is from MAC. This is the Blue Peep fluid line. This was just released, well, it's a re-release from a couple years ago, but it was just released in the new fluid line collection that came out. That is it in the container there. I love this stuff. Once it's in my waterline, it doesn't budge. And here is a swatch of it right there. So even if I wanted to do both of these colors on my eye, I thought that they would work really well together too. So there's that. And then for my upper lash line, for my black liner for the week, I also have the MAC Black Track fluid line, and this is just a really dark jet black gel liner. That is it right there. And again, this one doesn't budge on the eye either. This one stays put. This is what I have on my upper lids today. For my mascaras, I have two of them. I decided to open up a new mascara to pair with my Benefit They're Real. Let me show you the Benefit They're Real really quick. This is one of my all-time favorite mascaras. That is it right there. And I decided to pull this one out. I believe this came out of Ipsy. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and I feel like when I tried this before, it was very dry, but I didn't think that this was too dry. I tried it on today and it wasn't bad. So that is it right there. The wand's kind of, it's not what I remember, so I don't know. Maybe my sample before was a little bit dried out, but it was a pretty decent mascara. That's actually all I have on my lashes today, is just this Tarte one. For my lips, I kind of went a little crazy. I decided to toss in this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Ozone. It's just a clear lip liner to keep your lipstick on or your lip gloss on in place all day so it doesn't bleed out of the lip line or smudge around. Moving on to the actual lipsticks themselves, I have a couple here. I'm gonna go from lightest to darkest, I guess. One of my absolute favorite lighter nudes, like a pinky nude, is something I discovered last year. This is the NYC Expert Last lip color in 446 called Smooch. And that is what it looks like there. I think these are like $1.72 at Walmart. They're pretty cheap. but this is a really light pinky nude shade. It's really gorgeous on the lips, and these last forever too. There is a swatch of it right there. It kind of has a satin finish to it. I was actually wearing this earlier today, but I put one of the other ones on. Next up is something a little bit darker, but it's still a nude. This is the Wet n Wild Fergie collection. This one's in Fergie Daily, and mine's pretty wore out. This is how much I love this lipstick, but that is what it looks like there. It's a darker nude for me, but it's still gorgeous. So. There is a swatch of Fergie Daily. I really love this lipstick. This is what is on my lips right now. So there's those two. And then I obviously have to toss in the one that's part of my Finish 4 by 4th of July. This is the MAC lipstick in Please Me. It's kind of a mid-tone pink. I would say it's a little bit warmer than my usual pink lipsticks that I wear, but I've definitely been warming up to this lipstick lately, so that is that one there. And the final one, I decided if I wanted something bright and crazy, I'm gonna go with this one this week. This is the NARS Satin Lip Pencil in You is the name. It's YU. So there it is right there. So I kind of went from lightest down to darkest. They're all pretty much pinky shades except for that Fergie Daily. So I definitely thought that I could even layer some of these together if I wanted to. So there are my lip options as far as lipstick. For lip gloss, I just wanted to add in something small and something that would go with the majority of these lip products. So I have this little Buxom, what is this? The Full On Lip Cream in Pink Lady, and that is Pink Lady right down here at the bottom. So as you can see, it could go over any of these three over here. I probably wouldn't pair over that NARS lip pencil, but it does have that kind of minty, tingling feeling that makes your lips feel like they're on fire. So there's that one. For my eyebrow products, I had to change something up a little bit this week because I'm trying to grow my eyebrows back in so they're a little bit bushier and they're getting kind of hard to handle. So I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Toughest Taupe is what I usually wear. So I have this one that I put down first, and for the tail of my brows I usually put something in that's a little bit darker. So I have the MAC Eyebrow Pencil in Stud. Can't really see the eyebrow product here, but just a very small amount clicks up when you twist the bottom here. It's not retractable though, so you can't twist it back down. And last week, or the past couple weeks, I was using the Makeup Forever Brow Seal, and that would be great if I wasn't growing my brows back in, but since I've been growing in some of these little hairs along the bottom and my brows are thicker, they're kind of sticking all over the place, and so I really need something that's going to hold them in place almost like hairspray. So this is the little mini size of the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And for my perfume, I like to keep a smaller perfume in my purse at all times in case I forget to put some on in the morning. So for that, I have the MAC Turquotic Rollerball, and I only have a little teeny bit left. I have from the top of my nail there down to about right there. That's where the bottle ends, so just that teeny little bit. And then I thought for my main perfume this week, it's going to be the Ed Hardy Love and Luck perfume. I really like this one. I definitely feel like these two would really work well together if I happen to mix them halfway throughout the day. So I have these two, and that is it for my weekly makeup basket. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!